because she went, have you given up acting completely now? And I went, me? I felt like I had to say to her, oh no, I had 3 shows out last year.
I think you brought your BAFTA and your handbag to get in.
It's so heavy. I would if I could carry it.
I didn't even know this. You left home at 16 to tour.
You know where Parminster is, don't you? Like, you live in... And he had to remind me, that doesn't exist. And this woman was going, I don't know where Parminster is. And she was like, oh, are they lesbian? And the other woman was like, well, yeah, have you ever done that? She said, oh, no, I've never tried that. There's quite a few stories I could tell about me and you, but let's leave it at the milk float.
Welcome to A Night In with Sally Lindsay, the show where I invite my showbiz pals onto the sofa for the ultimate night in. Today, I'm joined by a true powerhouse of British TV drama who's played some of the most unforgettable women on screen. But she also happens to be my best friend, Suranne Jones.
I went looking at you then. I was like, don't let her mess it up. Don't look at her.
I know, you're like, don't mess it up. How are you doing, mate?
I'm all right, thanks.
This is so weird, isn't it?
This is weird, but I like your little setup.
Isn't it lovely? They did me colours, you know.
I know, nice.
They did my colours. This is my colours. So we've been mates for 25 years, is it?
More.
Is it longer?
Yeah.
So I started Coronation Street 2001, and then it was me, you and Jen from then on, wasn't it? Jenny James, who's another dear friend of ours.
Yeah, who says hello.
So we were the trio at Coronation Street.
Yeah.
When you left, I was really bored, so I left.
Where's me mates gone?
Everyone thinks it's like this big career move, but I was like, I'm
Just
really
miss
bored
me
now.
mates.
Right, we start this malarkey off.
Yeah.
And I give you some quick-fire questions. I've checked them.
I know, but I will panic, Sal.
You will panic.
Yeah,
You'll have
okay.
a sweat on. And
Yeah, I've got a sweat on.
Have you? Already?
Yeah.
Right, but I'm gonna throw them at you anyway.
Right, go.
Right. Name a show where you've rewatched more than any other.
True Blood.
Keep panicking.
I will panic.
So, as an actor, which part did you go for that you didn't get, and you still go, oh, I should have got that? Is the one
Little Dorrit.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that was like remade probably not long after I'd left Corrie, I reckon.
Yes.
And I went for the audition. Anyway, I found out they'd already cast it like before, and they were a little bit rude to me at the audition. And I remember thinking, but I really, really wanted that part. I don't even know who got it. Well, I don't know. What do you think? Like, I always felt like I needed to do a period drama to prove that I could do something.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Because you come out and you think, everyone thinks it's a little bit beneath them, which it couldn't be more different, because it's the hardest job still
So
to this
hard.
day I've ever done. I think we both say that.
Yeah.
Now, say you've got in your dressing room, you're not the least neediest actress alive, but is there something you need in your dressing room? Like, could you say, can you get me that? Mine's, I need full fat Coke for the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I need loads of tea. What do you need?
Different things for different jobs. So I would say Dr. Foster Saurine kept me alive.
Saurine, I love a Saurine.
Love a Saurine, bit of energy boost, bit of
butter
sweet,
on it, do you
bit
want
of butter
it?
on it. Yeah,
nice.
sure.
Got it.
And then I'd go peanut butter, dark chocolate in a date.
Oh, get you changed. Get you
From Saurine to peanut butter in a date.
She's changed. She's won a BAFTA, that's it. Now, what's the best set you've ever worked on, would you say? God, that's a hard one, isn't it? You've worked on some sets.
I'd say the Gentleman Jack sets were the most beautiful sets.
Beautiful.
And Sophie Rundle is the most hilarious, wonderful, gorgeous person.
I've heard she's got a good rep.
Yeah, she's beautiful and she's so good. But also then I'd say Corrie was...
Oh, it was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was our uni.
Oh, it was our uni. It was
Yeah.
We learnt everything there.
Yeah.
It was just such great memories. We'll talk about that later, but can I ask you what your earliest TV memory is?
Neighbours and Home and Away, but mainly Neighbours, Scott and Charlene era.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously there's early kids TV programmes like Gruey? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Seaview.
Seaview!
With Annette Fielding.
With Annette Fielding?
Yeah.
Oh, my, I love that.
That's what...
I wanted to be her.
Yeah. And you know, when in Maryland, when we were writing that was my image of this, because it was in
the coastal town.
Yeah.
And right, so what I'm going to do, your name is Sarah. And I've known you for forever,
get
Sarah.
confused.
So I'm sorry if I call Suranne Sarah, because that's what I call her. I usually call her Sarah, actually.
Yeah. Let's
so
stick to Sarah.
Sarah, that might happen. So just explaining that. Yeah. Now, we both had, weirdly, the same tutor, didn't we, when we were kids? Because you went to Oldham Theatre Workshop. Can you explain that to what Oldham Theatre Workshop was and what it meant?
When I was at school, Mrs. Clare said to my parents, there's a place called Oldham Theatre Workshop and you should send her there. So there was this building in Oldham it was on Harrison Street.
Yeah.
Should have only had a certain amount of kids in, but had 100 million kids in. I mean, the safety laws, it doesn't matter now, then, but it didn't exist. No. It was over time. And there was no catchment area. So it was like Blackburn, Burnley, Oldham, Chadderton, it was like widespread, Rochdale. Yeah. So many people went there, and I went there from being 10. Joined a choral group. I
didn't know it was that young.
Yeah, and then I started to do every summer, every weekend. My dad would take me in his car, drop me off, come back, have his tea, and come and pick me up again. And then when the car got stolen, he would take me on the bus. Oh, and everyone used to call him Christopher Bobby Hat because he always wore a little Bobby hat, and
Chris.
It's our Sarah there.
Oh,
I know. So David Johnson.
So David Johnson was a really famous figure back in the north, because weirdly there's quite a few of us. So what happened with me, I came into it so late. So I was at university doing English, and then was in a play and I could do it, and I went, oh. And then I heard this rumour that David Johnson was setting a school up in Heaton Moor, where I'm.
Oh, did he after the?
Yeah, so that's when
workshop.
I was taught by him then. So I was 22 when I was taught by David. And he was a bit of a taskmaster, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He could be, he was very camp, very dramatic.
Yeah.
But God, he knew what he was doing, didn't he?
So good. And blunt and brutal.
Very brutal.
But you know what, Sal? I think that...
It's not a bad thing.
I like a blunt... I just want someone straight talking, then I know where I am, and that's from David, I think.
I tell you what, though, you and I got very, very similar standards of work, as in we're never late, we never don't know our lines. And
although that's harder with the perimenopause.
Yes. So I didn't even know this. You left home at 16 to tour. Gosh.
Yeah. Jeff Longmore, Judith Barker. These are all kind of Oldham names. Ken Allen. So I taught... with Judith. Judith taught me, and then I ended up teaching at the same school that Judith taught at later when I was 17, 18 to get a bit of money. But so I did. I went on tour with Rita Soonbob too.
Did you?
Yeah. And
what a play.
My mum and dad always were like, when the 2CV car came on, and that was, they were like, oh my God, it's this bit again. Went all over the place doing that.
Amazing.
And then Jeff said, do you want to do a 3-month pantomime? In Belfast when I was 17, 18.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So I was just kind of, I'd always come back home.
That's an amazing training, because I got into it so late.
But you did stand up as well, didn't you?
Yeah, but that was after. Honestly, the first time I ever got into any sort of acting was 22. So it was so late. And I do sort of sometimes miss that bit. I think sometimes there's a bit of, something missing there. I don't know why.
But you did it at uni though?
I didn't. Well, no, totally by accident. What happened was somebody asked me to be in a play because somebody had dropped out in the 3rd year. So not really. It was the 3rd year, and then I auditioned for the main part of the last play that was there that I could possibly, and I got the main part. And then I thought,
I like this.
I thought, oh my God, I can act. I thought I was like size 14 acne, terrible hair dye. I thought, actors don't look like me. Because you're very similar to me. There's literally no one in your family that's ever done it before.
No one except for me, Auntie Norma, who reminds me that she was a tightrope walker in the circus. a tap dancer, actually. So me and Norma Brown, and that's it. Yeah, but nobody else.
Right, got to go for a quick break.
Oh, right, okay.
But we will chat more. We might even chat about Coronation Street.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to.
Little question before the break, some trivia for you. When Suranne's character, Karen, first arrived in Coronation Street in 2000, what was her job? Welcome back to 19 with Sally Lindsay, with my best friend, Suranne Jones. And what was your job, Sarah? What was your job?
Knicker stitcher.
Knicker stitcher!
Yes!
Of course you were a knicker stitcher.
Yeah.
Well, the weird thing about Coronation Street, the setup, wasn't it? And I think the reason we became such close friends is because I was behind the bar in the Rovers. You were the main knicker stitcher in the
Other end of the street.
In the other end of the street. And we were just always in work.
Yeah. Never in scenes together, hardly.
I think we had 2 scenes together.
Yeah.
In the whole thing. But we were always in work, weren't we? Because we were just constantly in.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got my stories of the first days on set, but what was it like when you were a year before me, weren't you? 2000.
Yeah.
So what happened? How did you get the job to start with?
Auditioning every week for different things, like anything Northern, but always Corrie.
Yeah.
And then I got a part where I played Mandy Phillips, who was a part before I got Karen Phillips.
So you were in Coronation Street before?
Yeah, as Mandy Phillips.
I didn't know that.
Did you not know
No,
that?
I didn't know that. I know you were up for Jen's part, but I didn't know.
Yeah. No, I got off with, who was that lovely car mechanic? The tall one, looked like a model.
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
Worked with Kevin Webster. Anyway, got off with him, went to the Chippy, stayed over at his house, and Angie, who lived with that car mechanic. Do you remember any of these characters? She caught us, and she was a bit funny with us. I went to go to the Chippy and never came back.
Right, you never came back from the Chippy.
And then I got...
Came back as Karen McDonald.
Came back as Karen Phillips, and she was called Mandy Phillips. How weird is that? So 3 years later, came back as Karen Phillips, and then within 3 months, Steve McDonald was asking me to marry him as a bet.
I suppose we have had reoccurring characters in our careers since, but I don't think there's anything as deep and as a character-wise that you can go into at Coronation Street, because you literally live in a different life.
Yeah.
Because you're so different to the character.
Yeah.
But you're living a different life every day. You just snap into them, don't you?
And you're there that much. Yeah. And and we were kind of separate with our groups, weren't we, as well? Because you loved Betty, didn't you? You and Betty. And
Betty was my heartbeat.
I know she was.
I loved her so much. And you had Annie, didn't you? Mad Annie.
I had Annie Kirkbride, Julie Hess, Jen Mack.
Jenny Mack, yeah.
They were all in the factory. Yeah, she's one of my bezies.
Yeah.
And Julie I still keep in contact with. And I used to smoke back then. You didn't, never smoked. But I used to go to this little smoking hut that Annie made.
Do you remember that, with the smoking room at the back?
She'd done it out like a cottage. Yeah. And it had lovely curtains. She'd made the curtains.
With little tie backs, I remember now.
Yeah.
You start when you walk, you have to walk through it to go to the street,
It was at the end of the street. And also Annie used to clean with the cleaner.
I remember. Do you remember they used to have clean-offs, didn't they?
Yeah.
She used to get, was it B, the cleaner?
B, yeah.
And she used to get a bit, because Annie had done all her job.
B'd come in and be like, Annie would be just finished, and then she'd be tidying up the cottage smoking room.
I've done the cupboards, B.
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah.
And she'd be tidying. I remember Annie one day. Do you remember she used to go to Lewis's round the corners with her shop?
Yeah.
And bring
in a taxi.
And bring your presents back.
Yeah.
She was such a sweet, wonderful
Sweet,
woman. Kind. And Bill as well.
Yeah,
Bill
gorgeous
Rhodes,
Bill,
gorgeous. Yeah. And she came back from the shop, and she came in. I don't think you're in that day. You must have been. You must have been on set. And she was this massive big doorstop with a massive big mouse on the end of it. And she went, got your present for your new house. And it was like that. And I went, cheers, Annie. Because she was bonkers, wasn't she?
But
beautiful.
Gorgeous. You know, she made me a film when I left.
She made me a film.
So she used to do the Annie Kirkbride leaving films. And everyone, you're in it as well, massive hoop earrings, everyone including lovely Bill.
Yeah.
Is wearing a wig, and Bradley, Alan,
being Karen,
or being Karen.
Well, do you remember we organised your leaving do,
and you all
everybody came as Karen. And I just started seeing Steve, and I made him go as Karen.
Yeah, and my mum and dad went as Karen. My dad in a hairnet.
Were you in Karen's wedding dress?
I was in Karen's wedding dress.
What did Cy Gregson go as? What did
straight jacket Karen? It was brilliant.
Didn't we have a brilliant time, mate?
Brilliant. It was brilliant.
And it was all before the phones.
I know.
God, we wouldn't be saying, let's not say anything.
No,
we had such fun though. I mean.
And we were young though.
We were young, and we were foolish and wonderful, and we did the job really well. We always nailed the job.
Yeah.
You know, we got write-ups in The Guardian and everything, didn't we? You and I especially, and we were like, oh God.
It was huge then.
Yeah,
it was huge.
I mean,
20 million viewers and all that.
2014 to 2014 on a normal night, 20 if we got married. It was mad.
Mad.
I mean, I remember one night when we went out and we weren't working. It was a Friday. Our Fridays were always mad. What I remember us being on the back of a milk float, go and get some more fags.
Yeah.
That was funny, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And there was no one around.
No. We came out of my flat, my old flat, and
Oh, I love that flat.
and so it must have been, if there was a milk float going, it must have been
About
4
in the morning,
yeah.
5 in the morning.
Yeah, and I'd run out of fags.
And
There was a good milk going, oi, it's
we said, you go past the garage, Shelley, Karen, you go, and we went, you go
Give us
past
a
the
lift.
garage. And we just signed some bit of scrap of paper.
So Corrie, on the back of a milk float going to get our fags. Oh, Sal. There's quite a few stories I could tell about me and you, but let's leave it at the milk float.
God, we had some nights, didn't
Yeah.
we? But it was such a
great.
brilliant friendship, and Jenny as well, and Jenny and Lee we've still mates with, and Suey. So
Yeah,
Suey Ross is
yeah,
still
yeah.
one of my best friends, and she still works there. And
She still calls me Donkey.
Donkey, yeah.
And I'm not
She
sure
calls me
why.
Eggy. She always goes, give me love to Donkey. I go, well.
Oh, well, all right. Don't question it.
It was a magical time.
Yeah,
And Liz and
gorgeous.
well, I thought you and Si were a match made in heaven.
Oh, heaven.
You were unbelievable. The way you could finish each other's sentences off. I mean, that was pure genius acting, as well as just a rapport you had. And you were the new Vera and Jack, weren't you?
Yeah,
You definitely
yeah,
were.
yeah.
And when you left, it's a tough decision, isn't it? Because it's such a great place to be, and we had such a wonderful time. And what made you decide to? I've had enough now. Because I feel really sorry for you because you haven't really worked since.
I've not worked since. Tell you what, the other day, Sal, I dropped my boy off at school. This is 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I went to get a coffee, and this woman said to me, she looked dead upset for me, and she said, so it just goes to show, because she went, have you given up acting completely now? And I went, me? And she went,
I get
yeah,
that.
yeah. You're too good not to be on the telly. And I'm like, oh. But because I'm a Virgo perfectionist, I felt like I had to say to her, oh no, I had 3 shows out last year.
You said, yes.
I've done
CV out.
And I'm like, what am I doing?
I don't
But yeah,
care.
so no, I've not worked. I've not
Not
worked.
worked. You've not done anything. It's been
No,
awful for you.
awful for me.
So that leap of faith into this destitute, barren career you've had.
Yeah.
Why
did I do
What
it?
happened? What happened?
Well, so the agent that I've got now, lovely Christina, who I've had for over 25 years.
And she got me my agent who I've had for 10 years now.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Yeah.
She said she could do something with me if I left. And it was that really. Because I thought, oh, okay. And if she hadn't put that into my ear, I probably would have done, because I was a working actress before since I was 8 to 10.
Yeah.
So I would have done, because I missed theatre.
Yeah,
really.
and the difference and the
Just
variety.
missed characters, yeah.
Some people still think we're in it because it was such a massive thing at the time. Even whatever you do, I think, you'll always be Shelley off the telly, really. And I quite own it now.
I went through a
mind that.
period
I
where
do.
I was a bit, of course you do, because you want to be
amazing
something.
stuff, and then you go,
Yeah.
You go, Matt's Corrie.
Yeah.
And you go, no.
But this woman down the road from
Think
me, she doesn't think I've worked anyway, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Well, I left because you left, really. And I said that before, and I remember thinking, you're around the corner and you're doing Vincent. And do you remember us when we used to go to a pub called The Ox, and I used to meet you after work, and I really missed you. And it was a bit, and Jen had gone, and everyone, I was like,
What should we
boring
do?
here.
We need to do something.
And I said, and that's when we created Scott and Bailey.
Yeah.
And because I said, have you ever seen Cagney and Lacey? And you went, because like you said, just that 5 years. And you went, you got
Well, it was my mum's. It
your
was
mum's show.
I
wasn't
remembered it.
We got
but it was
your
my mum's
books
show,
on
yeah.
it and stuff. And then we wrote that, and that was that. And that was. I think that's when I decided, not because of that, but when I decided you'd gone, I thought, I think I'm not finished yet.
Yeah.
I think
Just starting. I'm just starting.
actually.
Yeah.
And I think that was, but it does take you. I don't know if you did. The year I left, I had fever dreams all year, thinking, what have I done?
Yeah.
What have I done?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but you got Mount Pleasant really quickly, didn't you?
No, it was a good. I left in 2005. No, it was a good 4 years after.
It was amazing when we were there. Then you leave. Then you have to prove yourself. Then you want to prove yourself. Then you've got a chip on your shoulder, but for no reason. Because
crazy.
And then you do different jobs. You have to take time out. You have to fight a little bit more and all that stuff.
You have to fight a bit harder.
Going back to the theatre, less money, all of that.
Yeah.
But then looking back, no, I think it's
the making of you, really, isn't it?
making of it.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Now, in all the roles you've done, so obviously you went straight into Vincent and then you straight into the next one and da da da. What was the one role that you thought, hang on a minute, I think I'm on a different level? Because you are. So, and I'm not just blowing smoke at your backside, you are. And so what was that role that you went, okay?
I
think I know what it is, but...
It was Unforgiven,
yeah,
probably.
Unforgiven,
Yeah. And I think so off the back of coming off Corrie, I auditioned for Vincent, got Vincent. And it's a different thing because it's drama rather than soap. So it's just done a different way and it was shot on film. So just learning new techniques and stuff. And again, feeling like you're good enough to be there and owning your place. And then I did, Sally Wainwright had written... not Unforgiven. Before that, I did something with Dean Lennox Kelly and Helen Baxendale called The Life and Times of Julie Bottomley, where I played a schoolgirl up to older, married to Dean.
Remember that?
Oh, it was like a black comedy. I tell you why no one watched it, because The Vicar of Dibley aired. The last Vicar of Dibley aired on the same night. So no one was going to watch our show. Everyone was like, oh, I want to watch The Vicar of Dibley.
Get on.
But it was brilliant. And I love Sally's writing from that show.
It's brilliant.
So then I got offered Unforgiven. And I remember talking to the director in detail, and he was very much like, we're going to do something different with you here. And it was the first time I did a character study. A proper character study. I'm quite a physical person, and I think Unforgiven, speaking to the director, I wanted to change the way I walked, change the way I spoke and the cadence, or even like where I was placing my voice. I wanted to look different. I just felt like I wanted to deep dive into somebody so that when I looked in a mirror, I couldn't see myself. And I felt different. I think since that's my point of go to whenever I do a character, it's physical first, so I feel different. And then I can go into obviously the story. What makes that character tick? What do I bring to the story? But then physically, I do tend to slightly change for each role so that I can feel different. Embodied.
And also you can step out of it easier then, can't you? When you are playing a very intense role. I always love it when you do. I've done something similar recently. I turn up to ADR and I go, who is that complete nutcase?
Yeah.
Now, we've just got the news that you're going to be doing Dr. Foster 3.
I know. You got excited. You texted me.
How much do I love your stuff? I watch everything you do. I love you. I'm a big number one fan. I know you're best mate, but I absolutely love your stuff.
Yeah, so I did a 1 and a 2, and then we did talk about a 3, and of course it would have been great.
Yeah.
If we'd have done it then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it was Mike. But it didn't feel right to me. When they called me last year and talked about it, and BBC had said, what about, would you ever? I was like, yeah, I would.
I think I remember at the time, with that last scene you did, when you lose the child and he's gone. And we were going, we'd had our kids then.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, you don't know where your child is in the universe. And I think it's such a brilliant decision for you to go, well, hopefully I assume the child's coming back.
Yeah.
Which is why would you do it? Because you've just in this void of pain, I imagine, for 10 years.
Yeah.
Or however long it's been. And then until you find this child again.
Yeah.
And it was your fault they left.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. I thought, oh my God, these parents, they've been so unbelievably selfish.
Horrendous. That last season was awful.
Oh, it was awful. I was like, oh, don't, he's going to go.
Yeah.
And when he did, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So
awful.
Great. I can't wait to see what happens.
Well, I know I need to get myself in a room and watch 1 and 2 again.
I just can't wait. I mean, people, I think, around the country will be going, oh, what has happened? And it's amazing that you've created this seminal character. It's a bit like Gavin and Stacey, isn't it, when they brought that back? We're so in love with these characters.
So in love, so brilliant.
That we're all still there.
Yeah.
Oh, God, what did happen?
Yeah.
What does happen?
Yeah.
I think it's just fantastic, mate. I'm absolutely...
No pressure, Sal, no pressure.
Loads. You'd just nail it. You'll just be straight back in that. Now...
You'll watch it.
Now, I've got... I will watch it. Everyone will watch it. The whole country will watch it. The whole world will watch it. Now, fancy going and winning a BAFTA on us. What was all that about? How amazing was that time? I remember being half cut in Gok's kitchen, and you rang
when it was
me.
on.
No, when you rang.
Oh yeah.
You went. I want a BAFTA, and I was like, I burst into tears. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I could believe it, but it's like massive, isn't it? And
I thought you were going to say, because ever since we meet at BAFTA and have a cup of tea and we do a BAFTA dance.
do a BAFTA dance, don't we? But do you remember the first time we went to BAFTA and you hadn't got your card through yet, and I think you brought your BAFTA in your handbag to get in?
It's so heavy. I would if I could carry it. Can you imagine if I did?
That was a fantasy of us like going, just bring your BAFTA in your handbag, it'll be fine. Because you haven't got the card through yet. And
I've still got so many videos.
Just on your BAFTA, Sarah. I think they'll know who you are.
Just bring it. Yeah.
No, we do a BAFTA dance, don't we?
Yeah.
So when we're in the BAFTA having a cup of tea or we're having our scrambled eggs on toast, we do if there's some music come on, we have a little BAFTA dance, don't we?
We're going to have to start doing an MBE dance, aren't we?
An MBE dance, yeah. Do an MBE dance. That's
you have to
mad.
kick that off. So when you get it,
well, we'll go to another
you have to
club
come
and
up with a dance,
an MBE dance.
and then we'll do that as well.
Might be quite royal. Don't know. What do you think?
Yeah,
not sure.
Well, it's
about
up
that.
to you. You have to wait. See how you feel when you get it.
Now we've got a little question before the break.
Another one. Me?
Another one.
Oh.
Well, it's for all of us, but I'm
right.
going to make you. Now, in which fictional town is the Great Dr. Foster set? Answer after the break. Welcome back to A Night In with Sally Lindsay. Now, before the break, I asked you, what is the fictional town that Dr. Foster is set in? Where is it?
Parminster.
Parminster.
Yeah, but the other day I said, so it's actually Hitchin is where we film it.
Oh, is it? Right.
Yeah, in the square. And
That's handy.
the other day I was saying, Lawrence, my husband, was there, and I was saying, do you know where Parminster is, don't you? Like you live in, and he had to remind me that doesn't exist. And this woman was going, I don't know where Parminster is. It's in your head.
It's in your head, mate.
It's Hitchin is where, but it was called
Now,
Parminster. Yeah.
talking of your husband.
Yes.
So
yes, he sends his love.
Where did you meet your husband?
I met my husband at my mate's wedding.
Who was that mate?
You.
Yeah, so it was my wedding, and Steve, my husband, Steve White, is friends with your husband Lawrence, and he came, and he happened to be on the same table, and he was introduced by another mutual friend, Tony Wood, who introduced me to Steve 10 years previously.
Who was our producer.
It was our producer on
at
Coronation
Corrie.
Street. It was the most mad connection, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then Steve gave Lawrence the biggest dad talk, didn't he, the next day?
Yeah,
He was like,
yeah.
You
made him.
if you do anything to Sarah, I'm actually going to rip your head off. Fortunately, you got married and it's been a love story, so it's all right. But
I know, 10 years later. So,
10 years
I
later.
always remember our anniversary of us meeting, because that's your wedding anniversary.
Yeah. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you always send me happy anniversary.
I know.
No one else remembers.
I know, no.
Oh,
Jenny,
you do.
Jenny does.
Jenny always does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jenny does.
Yeah, and there's a picture of us at your wedding.
Yeah.
And he was wearing a purple tie.
You were wearing a purple dress,
and
and
I
you-
was wearing a purple. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you had that painted
Did a
for
painting,
us. Yeah.
didn't we?
Yeah.
I know. It was such, because it's such an amazing thing to have a picture
Of the day
day you met your husband.
Yeah.
I
know.
Who has that?
And how I kind of fell for him was, because I was not interested in
Oh no, you were off totally.
boys at that time. I was
No.
like, no thanks. I was dancing with Jenny. You were keeping court at the bar, I remember. And I was off on the dance floor, and Lawrence came over. Jenny had gone off to come and see you, and Pete had come to dance with me. And Lawrence came over, and I thought, oh, he's going to cut in and dance with me. And he took Pete off instead. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
And I thought, oh, you're funny.
Pete
Yeah.
is Anthony Cotton's partner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and he flung Pete around the dance floor.
Oh, that's hysterical.
And Pete, I just heard Pete going, woo, woo.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Then. He's a
and
keeper.
I was like, oh, well,
That's
okay.
funny.
Yeah.
Love
so
it.
once you'd had a word with him.
Well,
yeah.
it was Steve. He was like, and I was like, all right, calm down. It was on our wedding the day after, the morning of the day after our wedding, and he was like, if you do anything, like, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything. And he's just, we're just going out for a cup of tea, and the next minute you're like engaged.
5 months later. Was it 5 months later?
Yeah,
Was it
he went,
engaged 5 months
sent me a
later?
message going,
By the way, I'm engaged.
I've just been up a mountain and we got engaged. I went, well, my neck took me 10 years.
I know. And then
Oh,
a
I'd love to do
baby,
that. And the
a year
baby.
after.
Yeah. Now let me talk about the role. Another favourite role of mine of yours is Anne Lister.
Yeah.
I don't think genuinely anyone else could have played this part. Genuinely don't think, because you even you even look like her.
Yeah, I know.
The original.
Yeah,
That is uncanny, isn't it? And I know that's connection's never been made really, but you do look like the original Anne Lister. How did it all come about? Tell me about this unbelievable, like a gay historical figure.
Yeah.
He was such a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I mean, and complicated. People have got where her politics lie. People have got a lot to say about that. Quite rightly. She was a difficult, interesting polymath. She just what a wonderful character. And as you say, she was lesbian and very, very happy in her love for women as well.
And in her own skin?
In her own skin, great, robust mental health, all of that stuff. So that's quite a thing to, because you always think, oh, well, that character's going to have some issues. She's not going to want to be out. She's going to be, no. Oh, no. She was like full-bodied, like a really good red wine. She was like, what amazing. And I knew there was auditions happening, and obviously I'd worked with Sally 4 times by then, and I was like, and she told me about this years ago. I think she'd been trying to get it made, and I'd been over in.
It was a real passion project.
It was yeah. I'd been over in LA and been to meet, doing the water, the bottle tour where you go and meet everybody, and I was meeting as a producer actually at that point, and I remember meeting at HBO, and they were saying they were working with Sal, and I was like, oh God, yeah, that'd be amazing. Anyway, I got the audition. We read quite a bit, worked on the scenes, and then I didn't hear for so long. And I kept saying, like, is this, because I knew a lot of people were auditioning.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just yours.
No.
Oh,
and
that's weird.
Yeah,
it couldn't have been anyone else.
I had to be checked, by people, because it was HBO
American,
as well.
Yeah, American money in it, yeah.
So, I had to be checked and vetted. And then I think I went for a second meeting, and I worked with Sal on some of the scenes. And and then I was in Cornwall when I got the part, and I was just like, oh, well, now I've got to do it. It was huge. The costumes were beautifully designed.
Do you know, there's a scene in it talking about this complex character where she's going into the mine, and there was a little 10-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And you said, what's wrong with him?
Yeah.
And he was sick or something. You went, get rid of him.
Yeah.
I thought, this is
harsh.
Hard.
Yeah.
This is a woman who's had to be rock hard and to get what she has to be. And those blooming speeches you have to do, that's a...
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, well, it's not the same, but when you do the denouement in Madame Blanc with Jai blooming right, and it's pages, and you go...
And you've got to get all the details.
All the details in, all the cadences.
And it's on you.
It's on you. And you go, you don't want to let the get... My big fear is, I think it's from Coronation Street, you just don't want to let the crew down.
Yeah.
Because you can't get your lines wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not really bothered about the actors.
Yeah.
But the crew will go, oh, God.
And I didn't want to let Sally down
down, because they're beautiful words.
Beautiful words. And and also she's 10 times smarter than me, Anne Lister.
And your costume, I remember you saying the costume was proper genuine, wasn't it? It was a tough costume to work in that.
Flat men's period shoes, and then I had like the men's briefs on, and then I had a corset. So she was completely wearing both genre of underwear at the time.
And was that like
gender?
Was that
underwear.
in the diaries kind of thing? Was that?
No, I think that was a mine and Tom Pye's choice, really.
Oh, it's really clever.
To kind of, well, the diaries, she looked like, those horse women. Yeah. That's really what, with the top hat and then the skirts, but actually buttoned up in jackets. That's kind of what she looked like.
Which was the most mobile female costume you could have at the time, really.
Yeah.
Without dressing like a bloke, which she just stopped short of.
But so he pushed it. He would always push it to her looking more masculine, which is how she, it suited her best. And also going into all of those, the canal meetings, with all the men. She was the only woman in the room. Yeah. She needed that as armour, I think, as well. But then the vulnerability that Sally wrote, it's a shame we didn't do a third series, because it connected me so much to the community, to the LGBTQI plus community, that it was a shame. And I felt for the community more than I felt for myself in a way of it not going to a third series. Because we could have wrapped it up, but as you know, budgets and time.
And it was a pricey show, wasn't it?
It was a pricey show.
But I remember going to that
gorgeous,
screening and all those beautiful women in the audience, and they just wanted to tell you how, I was in tears just tell how much of a difference you'd made. Because all of a sudden there was this unbelievable gay icon on television. And you know what was a brilliant thing I'm going to say now, Sarah, is what I thought was the genius of Gentleman Jack and you and Sophie. It was that there would be Gladys in Maidstone on a Sunday night. Was it Sunday night, wasn't it? Was it Sunday it went out?
Yeah.
On a Sunday night.
It was the period slot.
It was a period slot.
Yeah.
So it was Gladys in Maidstone in her 60s on a Sunday night, having a tea and biscuits. And you two had a massive snog at the end. She'd go, "Isn't that lovely?"
Yeah.
Totally normalised the gay community. And I just, in a period vision on that, with that amount of money thrown at it. And I thought, that's genius.
Love.
Yeah, it's
on the
genius.
Screen.
Genius.
Complicated,
Never been done before.
Human.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
I mean, it's done all the time now, but I think that was one of the first shows it was done. And I remember watching it going, that is seminal.
Yeah. Because I remember it being on Gogglebox. It's similar, and it was the two older ladies. And she was like, oh, are they lesbian? And the other woman was like, "Oh yeah, have you ever done that?" She said, "Oh no, I've never tried that." but just having a chat.
That it opens that door.
I've never tried that.
I just think like it's a sweet, like a pudding. Never had them.
Oh yeah.
After all these years, do you still get nervous on the first day? Yeah.
Yeah, of course you do.
I do.
Yeah.
I always sound like Norman Collier on my first day. Literally, and I'm starting filming soon. Another thing.
What do you mean? Like a bit?
I just go a bit like I just do a bit. Sorry, and I don't know what it is, and I just and I just feel a little bit. I've got to get into my role, and then once I'm in, I'm fine. I mean, it's not the first day; it's probably the first hour or so, but I do get that feeling, and that's how it manifests with me sometimes. I know it's coming now, so I overcompensate, but
I think as well, because you obviously with something like Madame Blanc, and you've got all your other roles as writer and producer, and you'll have been across everything. I think it is sometimes a shift to then drop all of that and then go into your character. I think it's, and both of us do that.
Yeah, so it is rather odd when you do go into producing, which I know you do as well, that when you're literally on set and you're doing your lines, and then you've either got wardrobe waiting there, or you've got your prop master waiting there going, "Is this right for the next?" And so you literally have to switch your head. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
So
I mean, it's fabulous.
I think you think that you've forgotten how to do the other bit. Yeah, because you've been in the rooms being producer. And you've been creative backstage. And actually I said the other day, I was like, "Oh, we've just got to film it now." Because I'm like, "Oh, that's hard now." Yeah, because I love all the other stuff. Yeah, and then the hard bit is going, right, here we go.
So let's go and film
makeup every day at 7. That's every day at 7. And then,
every day at 7.
And
work till 7
and
at
scene
night.
after scene after scene after scene.
Yeah. So we're going to take a quick break. And now another little question. In 2025, which pop star made an appearance in the second series of the gothic drama Wednesday? Answer after the break. So welcome back. Don't forget you can listen to A Night In with Sally Lindsay every Wednesday on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. Okay, now the question before the break was, in 2025, which pop star made an appearance in the second series of the gothic drama Wednesday?
I know.
Go on, what?
Lady Gaga.
Was it?
Yeah.
I've not watched that. Is it brilliant?
It's so good.
Is it?
Catherine Zeta-Jones is Jenna Ortega's mother, and then Joanna Lumley is Catherine Zeta-Jones's mother. Brilliant.
I love anything with Joanna.
Yeah. Oh, no, you love it. Get watching it.
I'm going to get watching it. Right, this is definitely this bit.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of fun at the end, and what we do is we're going to ask you some questions about your own career. Now, whether you know them or not, I don't know.
I don't remember a lot, Sally. Not that, I mean, I'm just brain dead at the minute. Like I literally...
Well, aren't we all?
Yeah. Go on. You can ask me and then we'll see.
So it's called Your Life on Screen Quiz. Karen, Karen persuaded Steve McDonald to propose in front of the Rovers regulars after Janice Battersby bet Karen she wouldn't be able to get engaged. How much was the bet for?
I'm going to say 20 quid.
No, you were cheaper. It was tenner.
Was it? Oh, times were different.
Tenner was a lot of money then.
When my boy says, like, how much do I get for pocket money? I'm like, how much you want? £2.50 in it.
Honest to God, I'm exactly the same. Yeah. I said to my twins, I said, you've got to get a job, boys.
Yeah.
I can't keep up with you.
Well, no, you can't. You can only just afford to feed them because they're massive.
Massive. You play DCI Amy Silver in Vigil, but what type of submarine is HMS Vigil?
What do you mean? A submarine's a submarine, isn't it? What? A big one?
Apparently
a big one.
It's a big one.
Yeah, it really was big as well.
It's a big ballistic missile submarine you were on,
That's right. Because there was missiles on it. That's right.
Missiles on it. There you go.
That's tight. That was a tight one.
Now, you starred as Idris in Doctor Who.
I did.
And you were staying with us then, weren't you?
Yeah.
For some reason. Oh, because you're getting your flat done. So you're staying with us when you were playing because it was the spirit of
the TARDIS.
The TARDIS.
Yes.
And you had mad hair.
Yeah.
And it was a fantastic character, that one.
Yeah, I loved that. I love that show.
Now, there's a line in it. Now, I would never be able to do any lines. So this is, obviously, I've not written this because I can't remember my own lines. But can you complete your character's line? You might be able to. Biting's excellent. It's like kissing.
Biting's excellent. It's like kissing. Oh.
I think
Give me a clue, Sally.
Something about only there's a...
Oh, God. Lawrence will go mad because he'll because he's a Whovian.
Only there's a winner.
Biting's excellent. No, biting's excellent. It's like kissing, only there's a winner. Yes, that's right. Yes. Oh, see, the menopause has got so much.
Do you remember when I brought the boys around? They just into Doctor Who and said,
I
said, Auntie Sarah's going to be in Doctor Who. And they were like,
they had the sonic screwdrivers.
And they came round in the little Doctor Who outfits. They were so impressed.
I've got pictures of that. Cute.
They've
Cute
never, ever been. Actually, when they came in from school once and they said, Mum, are you Paola Bakewell? And I went, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
And they were like,
about that.
What? You know, because they don't see us. But I remember them coming round and you had the little model of you and they were like...
Yeah.
They couldn't speak, could they? Now, you played Anne Lister in Gentleman Jack, as we talked about. Do you know roughly how many words her real-life diary is total?
5 million, is it?
Not far off, 4 million.
4 million, yeah. And it was like... I mean, is that amazing?
And you think of all the time she had to do all she did. And then I can't write a shopping list.
No, I know, yeah. Because the journaling... everyone's like, you got to journal, it's really good for you. No, I last 2 days and then I'm like,
I have a lovely time journaling and I think I should be writing something.
Yeah.
I should be writing a drama or something. I'm just writing about myself.
I've got a deadline.
I'm boring myself now.
Listen, she was amazing.
She was amazing. God, what a powerhouse. Listen, that's it, mate.
Oh, good.
It's not for us, obviously.
Did I pass?
You passed with absolute flying colours. Thank you so much. I love you so much. You know I do. I love you forever, always. And thanks for coming on my little show.
I can't come again, can I? Maybe seasons down the line,
Anytime.
have me back.
Well, there's enough to talk about, love. I never off the telly. Apart from that bloke, that woman that lives around the corner thinks you're not on the telly.
Well, I hope she's watching this programme.
Oh, she did a podcast with Sally Lindsay.
Yeah, exactly.
The tiniest thing.
Next time she sees me down the shop, she'll be like, oh, you are on the telly.
Oh, you're back on that little podcast. My amazing best friend, Suranne Jones. What an amazing start to this series. Don't forget, you can listen to A Night In with Sally Lindsay every Wednesday on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also watch on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me and see you next week.